Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wicked, and I want to show you the best leveling skill build for Captain Marvel. First of all, I want to show you. I used 2-star sets as always, nothing crazy, nothing awesome, as you can see. Potential is minimized by me, no specialization, and skills at level 1. I want to tell you that I finished leveling her as my last character, but she was great. I really like her. I just decided to wait until patch before leveling someone, and I decided to finish her leveling after I finished story mission for my main character. So that's why I have 6% experience already. Okay, let's go to the skill build. First one is Mighty Flight. I don't really like the skills that there are here, but I was using the last one for my level experience because it decreases defense of your opponents. It hits hard enough. It doesn't have a lot of stamina or long cooldown. Overall, I want to tell you something. Captain Marvel issue was very long cooldowns of abilities, and that's why I decided to use the build that has a little bit less time for you to wait and more time to actually use your skills. Still, sometimes you have to use your auto attacks as basic attacks, but overall this build is pretty good. Let's go to the next one. And photon charge. So first skill is very nice for leveling at the start, and then blast cone. This is very interesting skill. This skill you can possibly use for boss fights. I was using this skill on the Omega Flight server, on the beta one. Not beta, it was more likely soft launch, soft release server. I was using this for boss fights and it works fine. But I decided to change a bit build for the global one. So energy drain is nice, mostly not because of stamina. You don't really need to recover it while you're leveling. It's more about cooldown issues that Captain Marvel got, but it hits a lot of targets with some decent damage. So I use this only because of damage on the multiple targets. AoE stuff is good stuff for leveling. And last skill I haven't really used. I saw like some people were using it. I decided not. Okay. Cosmic energy impact. First skill is okayish, and the last skill is the best one because it recovers ultimate gauge by 10%, and this is huge because her ultimate is absolutely critical for leveling too. Mostly I was using her as an absolute auto play in Sakaar or in Midgardia, but every now and then you could use your ultimate to hit very hard or to save her from the big or from a lot of mobs around you. So, and it hits very hard, it buffs you. So when you take a glance on your screen, use ultimate and continue playing on after. Glance on screen, use ultimate, continue playing on after. Something like that. Absolutely great skill. Must have. Photon Flight. I like this one. I really like this one. It deals some okayish amount of damage, but most importantly, cooldown is very low, 11.6 seconds. This is enough for you to use it in many different encounters several times. That's mostly why I was using this skill. Look at this. These skills are clearly better, but 34 seconds cooldown. This one, 30 seconds cooldown. I was using Heroes Entrance on the Mega server, working just as good, with highest guard break even better. But I prefer to use right now the Faster skill. Faster, it's the name of it. So I suggest to do the same. Next one. Okay, this is interesting. Blast Beam is absolutely fine. I was using it until I got Mighty Will. I was using then Mighty Will. Good cooldown, low required stamina, pretty nice. And then I got the best single target spell in the game. The most damage one is Photon Focus. Greatest skill for bosses, absolutely. For mobs, killings, if you kill one target, it can retarget itself for to another target, but it doesn't work always and reliably. Still, this is the good one. And this one, for pure leveling experience and for big groups of mobs, I feel like Photon Wave could be very helpful. I haven't leveled it up because I prefer to use Photon Focus as the greatest single target skill to kill mini bosses more reliably, more faster, to kill bosses. I just didn't want to change my build a lot during this time, so I stick to this one. But you can use Photon Wave for sure. Okay, let's go to the next one. Creep Power. I decided not to level it up, not unlock any skills, because of huge cooldown. Come on. I don't want this cooldown. I just don't like this stuff for leveling. I mean, after level 100, after you get some cooldown reduction, after you get some stamina rolling, you may use this stuff potentially again. But for leveling, I can't really suggest you doing this. I can't doing this. Next one, Photon Energy. This stuff is good. For real, this stuff is good. Third skill is pretty nice. Good damage. Second, it increases your defense by 25% on skill level 1, right? So very nice. I was using it. But at level 75, I unlocked Photon Overflow and was using it. Pretty nice AoE damage skill that hits a lot, that has some decent area of damage, so you really need this for AoE purposes. And last one, I was using most of the game Spherical Outburst. Pretty good stuff. This one I was using 2 in beta, similar to this one. You could use either. I'm not the biggest fan of this skill only because of cooldown. Cooldown is really big one, and damage is not the greatest, but still okay. And focal energy shot is the second single target skill that Captain Marvel got. So it's critical for bosses, but for any other situation, it's not really needed. So, and basic, basic attacks. I'm not sure it was just me or it was overall experience with Captain Marvel, but sometimes when I want to hit with long-ranged basic attack, I was rushing to the my target and start hitting it with close ranged hits. I didn't like this at all. And ultimate is the great. It increase your damage. You can be immune for some skills. Very could be very helpful for Maestro fight, for other bosses fight, for Luffy. And increased attack. Using this, then you're using 2 single target skills, and damage is absolutely insane. Okay, right now I want to show you the build that I was using for Maestro, for Luffy, for Ares. First of all, this is the greatest skill you have, Photon Blast. Then I decided to use this one. Okay, to be honest, you can use first lower defense of the target, and then use your Cosmic Energy Photon Blast skill. This makes more sense, right? You lower defense of the target, you use this one. I think this is what should be. Next is another strong single target skill. Next one is the one that you need to use to recover your ultimate Gorge, so must have one. And this one have low cooldown, not a lot of stamina required. Pretty decent single target skill too. For AoE, I would remove this one and would use absolutely sure Photon Overflow. So it would use something like that. I can change this one. Maybe even I would use this one. Yeah. Maybe for pure, this one would be the greatest skill for pure AoE leveling experience. So you start with enforcing charge. You are starting with enforcing charge. You are decreasing death if you are lucky. Then you are using another AoE skill. Then you're using another AoE skill. Then you're using another AoE skill, and you can finish with this skill any high HP target that left. So that's mostly it. Yes. Boss DPS is fine, absolutely fine. Very easy Maestro experience. So, and for AoE packs of mobs, she was doing great too. So, pretty good character. I liked her. Still, I think she's not the greatest leveler, for sure. But she can hold her own. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.